ball, even out here in a combine where it's just showcasing your skills. What makes him so unique? Yeah, I mean, Tyleek is one of the biggest freaks in his draft class. I mean, he's 6'3" and can move, big boy. I call him the Kung Fu Panda because he can move so well for being so big. But yeah, he's one of the most unique guys I've been around or ever seen. Just with his size and his speed and athletic ability for being so big and so strong.
You guys had a really long season and then a very short period of time to train and recover from that season.
Yeah.
How were you able to do it? Did you have to do anything differently than maybe other players who had an extra month or something?
Yeah, I mean, we had a late season, thankfully, ended late and was able to win the national championship. So we didn't have a whole lot of time, training. Flew straight out to California the next week after the game to start training. So really just taking care of your body and eating the right stuff. And I think we've done a really good job of that, all the guys too. So we all feel pretty good.
Jack, have you spoken to the Las Vegas Raiders yet?
I have not, no.
What would you get to do if you were to be drafted by them? What would you get to be face against Chip Kelly again?
Oh, it'd be awesome. I love Coach Kelly. He did a great job and obviously got reimbursed for that going to the Las Vegas Raiders. And I wish him nothing but all the success in the world. He's a great guy and great coach, and I'm happy for him.
Jack, there's a lot of Arizona Cardinals that were ex-Ohio State players. Have you had a chance to connect with head coach John again?
Yeah, I have. Coach Gannon seems like a great guy, full of energy, and, I like the way they do things over there. So, wherever I go will be a blessing, but definitely like those guys.
Jack, have you had a chance to meet some of the Patriots yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't got to meet with Coach Vrabel yet, but know he's going to do good things in New England. Obviously had a great career at Ohio State and great career in the NFL too. So looking forward to any chance I get to talk to him as well.
How much are you going to do here?
I'm not doing anything besides D-line drills.
Is that kind of because of the lack of time that you guys had?
Yeah, just getting done with the season so late. Don't really want to rush anything in the testing side of things. So just going to do D-line drills here, then everything else to pro day. We were just talking about that last night. I don't think it's fully sunk in yet. I think it will once we get the rings, but it's definitely starting to sink in a little bit more. Realizing what we were able to do. So it was really cool and it's still a special moment.
How many times have you watched that play and what's it like to have me say that all the time?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times, but yeah, it's just cool, man. I was just happy to be able to make a play like that and ultimately help my team, win a national championship a week later. So it was a special moment. Definitely one I'll carry with me the rest of my life. But really, it was all about finishing off and getting the national championship done.
Jack, have you spoken with the Detroit Lions yet, and what would it mean that you'd be selected by them and paired with a guy like Aiden Hutchinson?
Yeah, I've had a couple talks with them, and they. It'd be awesome. Aiden Hutchinson's a great player, like many other guys in the league, great players. And Dan Campbell's a phenomenal coach. Like I said, any team that drafts me, I'm going to be excited. It's going to be a blessing, and can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited about it. People think that I'm just going to stay in Ohio my whole life, but, wherever I go, I'm going to be happy. So if I leave the state of Ohio, great. Yeah, Edric can be, as good as anybody else in the country, if he wants to be, with his size and his speed and his athletic ability, how strong he is too. He could be the best guy in the country at his position. So I think you guys will see him take a big leap going into his sophomore year and be a really productive player already.
Edric's one of several going for you guys. You're saying you've lost four to start defensive linemen. What would you say about what's next?
Yeah, I'd say what's next is, like I said, Edric, you got Caden McDonald, Caden Curry, Kenyatta Jackson. Those four guys right there are NFL players too. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do, with their first year all as a group together playing. Sky's the limit for those guys too. I know Coach Johnson's going to get those guys right, and I look forward to them all having a great season.
Jack, who are some pros that you model your game after and care about the day of the pro level?
Yeah, I like to watch a handful of guys. Coach Johnson's always bringing stuff in and chopping it up for us from the pro level. So I watch a lot of T.J. Watt, a lot of Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, all those guys, Max Crosby. All the guys are just the best at what they do right now. So just taking a mixture of things from all those guys, trying to emulate it in your game.
Aside from your skill set, what do you think some of the top qualities you bring to a locker room?
Say that again.
Aside from your skill set, what are some of the top qualities you bring to a locker room?
Yeah, no, I think I'm bringing toughness and that competitive drive, and leadership. So whoever team drafts me is going to get one of the hardest workers in this draft, and that's really who I'm about. That's how I was raised. Going in the locker room and just putting your head down and busting your ass every day.
Going back to the defensive score, you had 2 of those last year. Was there an art to like a specialized mentality, like 2 of those this year?
Yeah, a lot of good bounces. No, but just getting to the side of the ball and scooping it, make sure your feet out of the way, and then just running to the end zone, doing the rest.
Defense benefited so heavily from saying
Say that again. Yeah, I have met with the Giants. It was good. It was really good. Dable and those guys do a really good job. So they're a great team, and they've had really successful seasons, and they're gonna have a great season in the future too. So it was good. I really like their meeting as well.
the defense benefited so heavily from the return of so many older guys. What are those offseason conversations like when y'all decided you were going to run it back?
Yeah, the offseason, the conversations were about, winning a national championship and winning the games on defensive side of the ball and being the best defense in the country, nothing else. And, it's cool looking back on it now and realizing what we did, really this time of the year, last year, all coming back and deciding to run it back and then being able to be the best defense in the country and winning the national championship. It's just such a blessing from God to be able to do those things and do with that group.
Speaking of the CFP, it seemed like the most physical team won almost every game.
Right.
And in your case, what was it about physicality, especially along the defensive line, that really defined the games?
Yeah, I mean, the game's won up front. Every game's won in the trenches. Whether the team throws for 400 yards or not, can't do the job without the offensive line, and defense same way. Going into every game, we're always trying to be the most physical team. It's something that we preach going into every year and every game. Tyleek and Ty Hamilton lead it off and do a great job in the middle. And then, me and JT hold down the edges, and the guys behind us flying up, making plays. Guys like Lathan Ransom coming up in the hole and knocking guys out on the run, and Cody and Sonny being all over the place too. So playing physical and playing fast and violence like our MO at Ohio State.
Yeah, how are you different than JT? Like, if you were a scout being asked to describe
I think we got a lot of similarities and we got some differences, and I think that JT's a hell of a player, and it's been so much fun playing alongside him for 4 years. And we were just talking about it last night. It's going to be weird lining up and not being across from each other for the first time since high school. So, I'm going to let the scouts do the comparisons, but, I'm just happy for him, and I'm so excited to see where he's going to go too. He's a phenomenal player, and just, always rooting and praying for him because that's my brother.
Who all have you been able to have formal meetings with so far this week?
Yeah, a handful of guys, and they've all been good too. They've all been good meetings, and getting a lot of good feedback and learning about some stuff too at the next level. So I'm just taking this process one step at a time, and I'm excited about it. Say that again. My best trait? That's a good question. Probably toughness or physicality. Most underrated part of my game? Probably my pass rushing. I think that I think at the end of the season I was able to prove myself as a pass rusher more than I was in the beginning of the season. And but still, I think that I still have so much left to prove, because I know I can be a great pass rusher in this league. I know I can get after the quarterback with the best of them in this league. So just continue to work on anything I can to be better at that.
Do you still recognize the play? Did you get some of that?
Not too much. Maybe a couple people here and there. Just football fans. We met, and JT and I had dinner with Will Howard and a couple other guys out there, and we got recognized as a group a couple times, but other than that, that's about it. What's that? We got punched in the mouth at the end of the year, and it was a great opportunity for us to go one of two ways, and we chose the way that was winning a national championship. So really, it was just all about regrouping after that game, and we did that and was able to put our best foot forward and win a national championship.
Jack, with you being able to participate and be in the first 12-team college football playoff and obviously go on to win it, what are your thoughts on the new format as they continue to think about what the best process of the playoff is?
Yeah, I think it's great. Think about it. the teams that played in the national championship wouldn't even have been in the playoffs this year had it not been for the 12-team playoffs. So I think it just goes to show you that, like in the NFL, you can lose a couple games, and the best team might lose 3 or 4 games in the regular season and still go out and win the Super Bowl. So to me, it just feels like it's becoming the NFL playoffs for me, and across the country, that's how it's going to look for the next few years.
How prepared do you feel for the NFL because of going through that playoff run?
Yeah, I think that being able to experience that longer season would help me a lot, and I think that it helps you find that routine and really have to stay in it, for the extra month and a half that you're playing games. So I think that helps a lot. Yeah, I think I'm a lot more prepared. I think that I came back and was able to do the things that I needed to do to prepare myself to come to the next level. And right now I'm really confident in going to the next level, and I'm excited for the opportunity to compete against some of the best players in the world. Say that again, please. Yeah, I haven't met with the Browns, but looking forward to it here soon, and it'll be exciting.
Jack, JT was talking about Coach Johnson and saying that he's still doing a great job despite his age.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Johnson's still at the top of his game. No matter what anyone says or has their opinion on, Coach Johnson's still, the best defensive line coach in college football. And it's simple, really, as a recruit. Look at all the guys that he's helped produce to come out of Ohio State to go to the next level, and all the first rounders and all the all-pro guys that he's coached in his time at Ohio State and at Penn State. So it's an easy pitch for me if I was a recruit. But other than that, he cares about you more than just a football player too. He cares about who you are as a person and developing you as a good young man as well. So love Coach Johnson. He's still at the top of his game, no matter what people say about his age. Say that again. From Sonny? Yeah, well, Sonny's one of the hardest working kids I've ever been around. Me and his older brother were good friends growing up, so I've got a chance to know Sonny since he was just a little guy. And seeing him now, the freak of an athlete that he is, and the type of man he is, just happy for him. And I think going into year 2, he's going to take a huge jump playing linebacker. He had a great year this year, obviously, in his first year playing it. And he's a super smart kid, super competitive kid, tough kid. And obviously he's got the traits, of a top 10 pick. So I'm excited to see what he does this year in his second year, and I know it's going to be something great.
Jack, what do you think Penn State is getting in Jim Knowles, and what was the biggest play he makes?
Yeah, Coach Knowles going to Penn State. I think that he's bringing, that smarts, and obviously now he's done it at the highest level, won a national championship with us, and helped us get to where we wanted to go. And I know he's going to do the best he can at Penn State. Obviously I'll still always be rooting for Ohio State, but I'll definitely root for Coach Knowles and his success, because he's been a huge part of our journeys, and great guy to play for, and he's always going to be my DC. So wish him nothing but the best, but that one game every year I'll be rooting for the Buckeyes. So look forward to seeing that matchup.
Your head coach got a lot of criticism, especially after the Michigan game.
Yeah.
And if it would have been a 14th playoff, you wouldn't have been there. It would have been off the charts as far as hot seat talk. But what did he prove during the playoff? And during the season and through your career to justify where he is as he does help the national championship?
Yeah, man, Coach Day is one of the toughest, most resilient guys I've ever been around. That's the reason why we all love him. It's the reason I love him so much. No matter what's going on, no matter all the unfair shit that's being said about him, excuse me for cussing, but he's going to stand in there and stand strong and take it all on the brunt, take it head on for us, and take all the blame, even if it's wrongfully deserved. So, playing for him and seeing the way he's responded the last few years, especially this year, just shows everyone across the country what he's capable of, and that he's the best head coach in the country by far, I think, in college football, unbiasedly. So being able to see us have that happen and hear all the things that we heard in Columbus, and him and his family go through the things that they went through and come out the backside of it and win the national championship, man, it just meant the world to me and meant the world to us and him and his family. So Coach Day is one of the toughest guys I've been around. That's the biggest thing that stands out to me.
Coming as a freshman five-star recruit to sort of realizing your full potential by the end of the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of guys, you come into college with an idea of how it's going to go, and then it goes completely opposite for the first couple of years. And I think that's the beauty of growing up and becoming a man and growing in football too, is that, things aren't always going to be easy. Talking to guys, who've been in the league, things have been, quite frankly, the opposite of easy for a long time, and then they have a breakthrough and become one of the best players in the league. So I think I learned a lot about myself just, going through those tough times and being able to develop, when it feels like you're not developing. And then being able to come out of it, those first 2 years and be able to be a productive player and be one of the best players for your team and help win a national championship. So I think the development part is something that you just show up every day and keep working, and eventually, all the hard work you put in is going to show up.
When you talk to Coach Knowles since he left, your reaction to that new surprising.
Yeah, we talked to him. I just texted him, reached out to say, good luck with everything, Coach. Appreciate everything. And so we chatted back and forth a little bit, and he texted our senior group chat a couple of days ago when we got out here to the combine and just said good luck and a couple other things I can't say on here to go out there and kill it. So we still talk to Coach Knowles. We still love Coach Knowles. At the end of the day, he made a business decision for himself, and we understand that.
What do you think are the specific ways in which you grew this past year and your senior year to better prepare yourself?
Yeah, I think I was able to, at the end of the season, to show that I could be a premier pass rusher in college football and at the next level. So to me, that was something big, and I was able to do that, and just thankful that I was able to do that and help my team win.
What do you think clicked there for you as a pass rusher to take that next step?
Yeah, I think that going into the playoffs, we changed a couple things up and allowed us a little more freedom to go out and do some of those things, and then just putting in the time, all the time that we put in. And like I said, eventually, your breakthrough's going to happen if you keep trusting in God and His plan for you. So the breakthrough just happened, and I was thankful I was able to make those plays I was able to make.
How did playing in the Big Ten impact you as a pass rusher?
I actually did see Quinn. I saw Quinn up there. Quinn's doing good, man. He's a great guy, great player. We didn't even talk about the play, just catching up like two old friends do, and it's good to see him. I'm excited to see him out here playing. So love Quinn, love him to death, good kid, and excited to see him out here competing too.
How did the Big Ten help prepare you to become the player you are, playing against great offensive tackles in practice and in game?
Yeah, iron sharpens iron. Definitely at Ohio State, you're going against. I went against 5 guys who are playing in the NFL right now at tackle, really. So it's been great. It's been a great experience being able to go against those guys, and knowing that I've gone against guys who are seeing success in the NFL already just gives you that much more confidence that you already can do, because you're doing it against guys that have been there and done that already.
Zach, when was the first time you meet with the Bears? When was the first time you had a wow moment
Watching J.J. Smith? Man, didn't take long. It was probably the first day of spring ball last year. Just watching him run. Him coming in as an 18-year-old, being 225 and 6'3", and the way he can move and just how he goes about his business too. You knew he was going to be special. And then one of the first practices, you see him go up there and jump over 2 dudes and pull it down over the first team defense when he was on the second team. At first, that didn't last very long, obviously, but that's when you realize that, man, this guy's different. That's not normal. Thanks, guys.